consultant and a leading member movement for change. And Ura Eric Nana Akwa. He is also a political analyst. And penifom anyway nebe boying. Neye pensem ne ekoso my top stories especially. And you know we are blessed to have these penifo in our midst here today. Men penifo. Mama kwaba.
Yo, I'm fine.
Na me ka se mo na fe na me re ya ho.
Oh, I
say Master Solo de o de nka bo ye me padi pa
ho. KANTANKA a big platform and you know to me Jaisa.
Mr. Eric Nanakwa, this is the first time I'm meeting you. I hope all is well.
By grace, except that some small code is disturbing me. So if I don't
I think you can manage.
Yeah, we'll manage it.
Ghana Fonti, obe manage. Ose fonton from Jumedie, your mine kasama for. Nti ese ne ekoso no. Otumi pensem we kire mase e mamoti ase when ya code now, so he will manage the situation. And let's set the ball rolling with the Republic Press. Almost wanted no more as OSP revokes Oforiate's fugitive status. Wanted no more as OSP, that's the Office of the Special Prosecutor, revokes Oforiate's fugitive status. Nature say no ano nebetudwa say Kisie Jabin, lawyer Kisie Jabin, no ye our special prosecutor. Or CCCA ye ka say die, ora Ken Oforiata, where ye the fugitive status no, nature say o you be wanted or didn't wa akadwa na ye hwehwe no den CCCA no where ye status no efrene so. And to me penny for mobile boami in the first place for the OSP to come out say Ken Oforiata, he's a fugitive, no. I will start with Mr. Evans, right? I got the name right. Me patrol, me start here every also. Eric, sorry. Mr. Eric Nanakwa. What is your opinion in the first place for the OSP to declare Ken Oforiata as a fugitive?
Didi kano becha etifo ene ahwefo a nyame adom omohwe ye ne edey na me de nchianso ama Ghana mpanifo a ene yede amambo ede ahye omonsa in the first place na I feel say their OSP ayeye no baby obeka say enye ono na already Ken Oforiata fie ho na say politicians ekoso eyesa because metie John Janapo Sabo Janapo ono so ka say MPP enso baaye no
sa no
ono so omoye ni sa say ka say ye beye ni sa na say ebeto aso sa I don't think say aya na eye ne kwan so the sign etoso biom in terms of raiding media both side I don't think say eye ne kwan so but the idea say we be declare we be fugitive and I say wanted what the better list be so now NCK say ube nyano na se wunyano me the minimum kaka na say Ken Oforiata time na ban po ewo sompo na ocho letter e ma chief of staff say okwakohwe no yare just after say to abawie ya na ban efri so aban foforo bae osan chiro letter e sign by say me wa ha me hwe mo yare kakra se ba se mu hiame a by May 2025 I'll be around. And then OSP winning way nyina and out way nyina and na ubu when go so and na would declare will be fugitive. Okay, ebia na on no personal scores na or no person or use salary as a medium to settle the scores. However, we won't say sa declaration ya we ye e won so so akese enne ebia na ye hunu so so ba ye koye ni mu no e din so bone ebebre oman say na nka waton sa afre no na nka omba ana sempo ye de na call ahwehwe ne nsemu amene hu se nsem a wo pese wo hwehwe mu no ni nyina ebu abo no ansampo na wo yesa declaration na we put the ye nya hwehwe ne nsemu ye onya mfre no mpo onya nsamo no ye court bi anka bi bia ye na we declare ne say o ye fugitive sisi ya wo de aba say wayi na frihwe does it mean say nsem a efa ne ho nyina de na wo pese wo hu awi nti there would be any court proceeding na
So say on in Edding Kita home, I'm also Obeba May.
The entire
some assurance, some level of assurance, say Obeba.
The entire declaration na ehun hia ene say. Obe declare etisane we will be bia why ye hwehwemu nyina wie. Ye wie court nsem nyina. Na bibia ye de ball ni bia abɔ na mpa. Sika twitwiri die yakɔkɔ hunu wɔ ne nsem. Nsase wo wiase nyina wafa aton. Ewiase die wo hɔ nyina wafa abɔ ne bo. Satan ni mu na fe ye declare no. Na wonya ewe nyina aye. Friend pokra wonya friend ye. Na wo declare. Enti na bisa say saye nanka wo ye ewe nyina yesi wiase nsase ye wo wiase nyina. Ofuri ata fa akoton ana wafa. Ewiase agudi ye wo wiase nyina wafa. Ni nyina fi kota hwehwe ni nyina ye hu se e won nsem. Satan nanka wo declare no. Afi se uka se wayi sa declaration na fi ni so a na esan kire se wo court no na ye hwehwe ni nsem no nsem na wo kafa ne ho nyina no enye sa dete na wayi afio sisi ya waba se wo resent on your decision no doesn't mean say on court bi man I don't know say they make kan Ghana for 80 and I say you are understanding they make person kire Ghana for ne say ansa na ye be declare obi say or ye fugitive and or ye wanted no na wo sanka ye hwehwe ni nsem mu na wo sanka ye de kwadu bi abo no na sanka ye nya evidence proofs ni ade ansa with a do sa declaration no. But this is the situation now.
Well, according to him, no, he was needed to come and answer some questions, come and account for some things. Be na almost to say or mine and tiasi bibi na ye. Na names na or try say you get in touch with him ma onya. Until later on now or this fugitive status on a buyer no. And Papa Nankasa ne lawyers ne nya kitahudi antene ono ne kase because of the communication that has gone on between them ninti Papa na man assurance say by media obeba media na wasane ho yare ne ekoso wo baby wo bia no na watimi awia ne ho ye den a wanya apomode obetimi de aba na questions bia o mine pese o mu bisa no considering the National Cathedral and whatever issue it is no watimi ya ansa enti na enye say e bia woma bo no kwa do ordinary police station ordinary court bi and no mo hwehwe no when hu no your friend na wamba he needed him after that he needed him to answer some questions and he didn't get him. That's according to the OSP.
Oba fugitive status na status so pen so afa ye do ababisi
sa papa
and a warning repercussions e warning pros and cons and it is a wonya we nyina e wo fro bi wonya no say no kwasem procedure okana because you say let us akọ the lawyers nso e wo ha sisi ekura no say okasa obampo enyo no babekasa the lawyers were there and the lawyers are always there to cooperate with you whatsoever. Nti why yes why hwe lawyers wunya omo why hwe na wunya eno krampo nya ndu status no sa declaration no e fugitive status no enya de ye say ye didi agro e ya de a ye nim guase na a high end reputation credibility ebusua yetimi e de back down brand e de ahwe from asay no just like that afisa wo hwe mu wie na say nema wo hu ye de wo hu ni nyina anye no kra what then do you do to somebody's reputation? I feel say or as a opre ne ho asenia wan to ne bo ase asenia owo menase pobi efa papa ne ho asenia ode Ghana adwumadi na ye de ahye ne nsa no ode to atopre. I don't think say ne papa mu na ye kan ofuri atenti na ye ka yempo de media me gidi say obi a be ye adwuma ma oman no na se eba se wo se otimi accountable o so dan ho adi na ye hwehwe ne nsem
na
man time na ebo na embo no ambo no so fine ba me okwan fa so a ye no no and OSP we dey went me anye ne ye na anya akono aha bia na one no wo nsem ye yen aye wo ha ye nim na ye so this time around no ye ma mpanifo no emfa ye nim entwitwi fam sa and eye we me for instance abugina po minim mu ana mo confuse me
abugina po ye MPP no samo abugina po na John ye NDC
John Kranso ke say ono so MPP for by omo ye nsa bi I don't think say no kwan so na eno sa na ba Michael Kwei now you speaker of parliament condemn ye ma yetimi issue articles bi ye condemn ye ankasa kra ye opportunity ye kasa ya ye condemn ye nye say we nkwanti na ye condemn however say oforiata aye honfom so a ye ma process no en follow na ye fa no kodum pempen so na enya niema ebeye that chin that yeah nkrofo di echi so ebetime any opportunity abekenkan na mo de asuade dan say yebeye ne se ne ase ne
yeah
because say sa eba saga ye ba yi wotimi tu ka ekoye interviews wotimi ko ekoye interviews okoye interviews no we oba ya na obi declare say Mahama ne nuanom e free president Mahama ne nuanom e free na at the same time no
you couldn't exercise the same yes
when to me declare obi say sisters we na I see say neme bi umu a enkoyi na yebese na Ghana for enya entobase OSP na kasa mate say abawe ankasa kra no epese wo yi free ho aban bi na de baaye na na kufu ado aban na de baaye sanka ye fa mra meboa na ye corruption a ekoso aya ye hu bi into ase but I say papa kra baaye on prosecute one case in po.
And as I mean, so crime prosecuted one case. And both of them were blaming the government and the executive power.
I feel say Edum Pempen so be a
it should be scrapped off.
Yeah, give through say Mahama. Because of be here for in because so be any so.
I suggested the office of the special prosecutor and Ankasa I'm saying for so papa be and sheda niso because for the past 8 years one more day office we buy no. Not even a single soul and ometimi prosecuting no from Martin Amidu to Kisie Jabin. Yemra Ora Richard Suma. Honorable.
Yeah, my dear. Me chia obia o hwe ya nopa we o Kantanka Juma die we so. Me congratulate you so say ya more opportunity we are to be the morning show host on Kantanka.
Thank you.
Enra yeah movement for change for no yeah press conference be. Yedi nyama bebre to jua. We spoke about the economy. We spoke about the happiness of our parliament. Vetting committee. Yedi proposal bebre to jua. Sa kenu foriata and same we ninyira yedi ninyira to jua enra. Se kwanya anka yedi as movement for change. Ye establish here in our great transformational plan. No. As far as combating corruption is concerned, no, you feel say they are all the institutions put together who claim to be fighting corruption from Chirac, Iyoko, the police, the CID, BNI, all these agencies who claim they are fighting corruption. No, they are doing their different ad hoc services to the country. And you know, we were thinking about establishing a Caesar that will be able to have a prosecutorial power. Yeah, the two million share in San. Now you are dissolving Ministry of the Attorney General together with the Minister of State in charge of legal issues. Now we feel like I'm dissolving and now separating where the Attorney General can have the independence to prosecute. Then we have the Minister of Justice also there, representing the interests of the government of the day. No, that would have been a nice way of combating corruption in Ghana. Because we share the office of the special prosecutor, it was not an establishment out of the constitution of the law.
Yes.
It is just a creation of Nana Akufo-Addo, any the NPP-led government. Executive instruments. Some person creating an impression. They say, some person fighting corruption. Anti-corruption, no. And now, Omude OSP office no buy from Amidu's time. Obian himself, if the executive appoints you, now more two maybe. Na uye bibi na anto asumi and now full say bibi a okonu enye ni kwan so a obetumi apose you easily. And you know from Amidu's time no move frustrated the office of the special prosecutor no say abedani a white elephant institution. In Faswabia need the office of the special prosecutor ni ho. And now he said my senior brother okay ye all this while who the office of the special prosecutor mo anto na mo papa bia. You had the Minister of Finance, the former Minister of Finance with you in Ghana here. Since time now, the free finance ministry and took him to Jubilee House. You were here. He said, the same lawyer for a prima facie case and you must establish sufficient evidence. As you may see, when you have enough evidence, you're prosecuting, you bet me there.
No, na ebinum so say because of ne wofano president need to know Kisie Jabi wanted to be smart because on him say since no wofano president at that time no so started so prosecuting there is no way the president will sit aloof for Ken Ofori-Atta to be dragged like the way he's being dragged now. And a strategy now all hope he says you two are buying then and Tampara no.
So assuming without admitting say NPP for winning power anchor. Are you telling me all these corruption cases will be swept under the carpet? And I said, hey, if you have been given opportunity, say lead your mind, fighting corruption, whoever is in power, whoever placed you there, you see. Who were here to satisfy the interest of the public, not the interest of who appointed you. So you should have demonstrated that bravado whilst Nana Akufo-Addo was in power. Who are brave enough to combat corruption.
Sir, and no so now or some press conference some time ago. Say he's going through some frustrations from the executive.
Yes, that is what.
Just as Amidu said.
Yes, then you also resign. If you are facing something, then you also resign.
So the honorable thing he should have done was to resign. Yes.
No, my phone who say, "Sir, office of the special prosecutor no, toothless." And to me,
but for him to stay,
for you to stay all this while enjoying the benefit, taking the salaries, taking every benefit with the office of the special prosecutor, you enjoyed all those benefits. Sitting down and watching. So assume he said, Nana Akufo MPP in winning power. Are you telling me that you don't have the power, you don't have the balls to take up any issue? And from the beginning, no, because no, he hurriedly did that because a person on creating impression, now all of a sudden, no, he ain't say office of the special prosecutor, no, Juma press conference, shiny body language. Shiny body language as if he's at war with somebody. Like he is saying, she said, who the assembly call court? And a court see you, who now we what do you do? The plaintiff no, and you know, bra. Nabe you wano based on A, B, C, D. Who know, oh, Yanisa. Uti Hosa, all of a sudden say you wrote to Ken Ofori-Atta and you didn't get him. You have made effort 1, effort 2. All of a sudden you have gone to declare him a fugitive, declare him wanted. Does that make sense in any civilized jurisdiction? You must prove to us why a series of attempts. Even do you know we can prosecute somebody in absentia?
Yeah. So
you can take him to court, process the issue to court, let the court be the one to extend invitation to Ken Ofori-Atta. And it's a court who extend invitation to Ken now and bar. It is the court that will declare Ken Ofori-Atta wanted. Not you, office of the special prosecutor. Assume he say, and now declare no wanted. Now Obedu Ghana or China, what are you going to do with him? You cannot do anything with him because you don't have the power to prosecute him. You can only question him on ABCD based on assumption and not based on some evidence is what say ABSA GRA issue no ECG issue no any in the National Cathedral we're all here when Nana Akufo-Addo said the National Cathedral you no any promise to God he failed abysmally or see on using Ghana Sika wako using Ghana Sika who Ken Ofori-Atta who dispensing Ghana Sika toward that project who presenting financial statement to Parliament now you put those expenditures below the line. XSL, no, because they know that there was no parliamentary approval for it, so who the share below the line? No now introduces a new accounting term say above the line, below the line, which is all an agenda for corruption. And to the heck, say, Sisiano, OSP, he heard, wafum kasiye. O mafoni nyina jiatum said the OSP here no wafum kasiye. And he said, now see, Sisiano wa revoking sa fugitive status. No, he's no longer wanted. Who take the shame? The shame goes to you, the OSP. You Sisiano was saying, abedani abetu because if you had the boss enough and you felt that you had sufficient reason for you to declare him wanted, nobody in this world should let you revoke that status. But if all of a sudden you yourself you swallow your humble pie now cock say Sisiano ya declare no wanted bill now say assuming without admitting so beba me now say sabi me aba na Ken Ofori-Atta on Ghana. What is he going to do? Is he going to declare him wanted again? So,
perhaps.
You see, so ni sana who the omainu dash football. Corruption is corruption is killing Ghana. Sikana is supposed to be plowed into productive sectors, Yet the year niyama basa. The money we spend on national kadida, do you know the number of state farms they can establish across the country? Do you know the number of youth they can employ and put them into boot camps and train them in carpentry, masonry, automobile, and scientific to build a formidable manpower for the country? You don't do all these things, wasting money left, right, front, center. And you see about combating corruption. Now you can see Jabia to who ti hosa, what did this 1 year say
Solomon
Mahama Baye no after the 1 year kukudrua who should be declare will be wanted. Say
I bet your phone in no omo ye adwen mako said the OSP erred in declaring Ken Oforiatta as a fugitive. And the Daily Graphic, Council of State takes office, Do Ajaho is chairman. Na Daily Graphic, Obokrata no, wamonsa mo can say, Council of State for na ye mo musia ye, na ye nyina papa Do Ajaho ye chairman. Memra yera Eric Nanakwa. Ye bepa say ye benhu the essence of the Council of State. Because for some time now, a month for Philly say the Council of State and some more white elephant. Two are buying pa offer, a buying pa onfa. And what is the essence of this Council of State?
I think say it means so Council of State no the factor no mu ya ebe e won so kama e betimi de ama o man no. So we share aya nkrofo ya select omo edom ko Council of State na aya mpan bebre no timi so omo wo nimde ndi bi so ho no ma omo aye adwuma e o man no e hold the positions akese nti sanka ye betimi ye appoint omo ana president ne bana so mo appoint omo na say omo do madwen be mo no mo do madwen be ko mo so a anka betimi aye adwuma ama na boa wo hwe the setup na say Joa Ajaho chairman no say former Chief Justice so Chief Justice so kana former speaker so account wo hwa when we enkofo a moye adwuma acha ahemfo kakra enso eka ho bi na se wo appoint o mo na se obegya o mo saa se obeyom white elephant na wa wo de wo pe ebeye de eye de ye ngana for de ye hwe ya setere mu na ye koto aba eni ti se wo hwe na se ye ntu fupa na se o ye sebe de enya Ghana for no ebi decide. Na do dan kwakufu ado. No Council of States team ni bi ho a. E bia na wantimi enti o mofutu. E bia na de wo mo ne kan no wanfa e na ne yato aba etia no. Se ne mahama wonso wa bana se wa line ram se o inaugurate o mo. Ha enti ye be bompa se wonso metena se na omode de esefata e de amom. The other Mr. Kakran say, I am a two partisan. So partisan, dear. Yana a hygiene kakra. There may who kakra a few women. A bit more Council of State in one, at the ages of 32.
32 years, the Western Regional Rep. 35.
Now, other school of thought, I believe, say, 32, the aware then our two presidents, F4. And no, as I boils down to the individuals now when you are Quenyano. The fact say, war does not mean say, a womb quawagen and also culture. And into a branch here when you're 32 year or representing Western region. Memenya there, and anytime here there's an agenda, no, Uncle Western region, non fan in penny for international. Now, I drink a man, no, because I don't think say just an advisory rule just like that. Omo propose policies. And omo etimi ehwe policies mu. Nti bia na at Western region no. When on penny for transfer there is this particular policy yetimi de ba oman ni mu ebetimi aboa. As abofra obetimi aba. Me papa wo say me penny for me system ni di mu a. Madwen ye me say. Na say mo so mo ka so ya abofra nti do be ka no muntie dia eno na ebebu dia beboy because we call Western region no na oda dem so na onangwa wanting ebia you might be doing well in Volta region ebia now we are there Greater Accra but at Western region they all represent you because we say yenti nasem na ebu no so ye abofrenti yenti nasem because me hu say enye say futu kra Ghana ha de futu ben bi mpo na wo futu ben bi na president wodum say o say nya light also say onu say light this is so onu so enkwala school fees na you see bi tua o say timi tua and the aduane ye dey o say timi ye
the appointment of the EC chair, the appointment of IGP, the appointment of independent bodies, you know. So they have a role to play by advising the president.
And to what extent and how many times they appointed Sanko for the 4 years, the 8 years. They made me say a policy rather. And I was saying, Yamia do yen papa no money be mammy Mamakunya Aquenya Hono. Omutimi any man for a dinkomo in Sawaso say, oh, crew na say yet town hall meeting. Also to me kubi. So Hona see share. I was someone to Kubina. I dream poker crana will be yan. So ya bofrau. So ya didn't wait me their call at their cockoma. I don't know why the constitution and to me and determine the age bracket. I would
the age limit for the constitution of the Council of State.
Yeah, Janice. Where the people not sir and more frame so based on say many opportunity and so be na omo akukọ abuse opportunity no se koba ne sanso ana je say oman no mum na ebema ye enko ye nim ye ne sanso na emofra no so a eba no ye nhye omungran nti me madwen ne say so ya abofra so ye panimo ye mom kwan na mum omo make sure say omo de omo panifo na ewa akiri no ebe ye adwuma na omo afa adwen no omo wi adwen na fi ho na omo de abebeboa oman no Massa, we didn't come say Evans, and Evans. Eric. Fachemi. Now another school of thought also as a young man, no, they see him as a representation of the Ghanaian youth at the Council of State. Because this is the first time I BB sa AC. And the senior worker no say BB bana say bia ye here na dwenchira. E so call him penny for nasi. But another angle so no youth ne ka say BB susu ba be happy na. He should also consult the youth. Because Osa, and I baby your mind do not share His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as an any youth esopa and any wo mebunu nesopa. It is a BBC and yet and pennyphone kwan I say or call moho equajaj in tre or hustle my mebunu no. Okay, nti say or ye bebuno. Nti the characteristics of bebuno or no so exhibit be. They are only a the pennyphone a walk I don't know only my Betty, minim so Otrevia. Enra yetitiwa ye boy Champions League na obi atem one kan TV cry because ye didn't bet. Say or no na on to bia or one nanfo a omo yes side. Nti no do e part and parcel of him. The eka enka ne ho no nim de kakra e won penifo no ho e no ha experience kakra. Eno mu na also otape na o de kan we no ho na otimi e de kọ nanim kakra. Nti I think say and yes, a institution a be white elephant. Rather than say to me exploit na ye exploit ye. No multimedium nim de no. Eba yo ye better say Master Solomon. Let's come to Richard. Let's come to a movement for change. Obeka say oral and chairman to GTP ni mo. He was suggesting say the Council of State no anko nyaya anka yen scraping off na yen create be like a second chamber of parliament I didn't penning for from various angle chief of ahemfo for wom asofo for wom doctors in penning for wom lawyers in penning for wom trade unions in penning for wom like osha on mine manka every corner no kai we have a representation na nko mo disa juma na Council of State for no aid no enya mbasa John Dramani Mahama sisia wa swear omu ina omba bedu juma. What do you think? Advice ben na wujidi say betimi dia mo a omi ye juma na even donia yera tramante na o suggest no amem. What do you think say ombetimi be ya ombetimi aya ebeboa oman no?
Yo midawasi in fact without any form of prejudice I brooding kasa na ombekana without any form of say a hatred be an abisa. To me, Richard, Council of State, what is the essence of the Council of State in the first place? The Council of State, they said they are there to advise the president. When the president is making certain appointments, they are supposed to advise the president. Has it been defined what kind of advice that has to be given to the president? No. Now, you see people who want to become members of the Council of State campaigning and making promises, say, member council of the member of the Council of State ABCD. Since when does members of the Council of State become development agents? Since when did they become development agents? What is their core mandate? Look at Ntokwa, any basa here during this Ashanti region, Greater Accra. A lot of places no basa see here tutu Ntokwa ye bubu nyama bebre because of person be dani a member of the Council of State. And maybe say the member of the Council of State institution now say they should be an advisory body to the president. Nana Akufo-Addo ni era no or take a series of decisions that is not well informed. And I say Council of State from I don't even know whether they were consulted, whether they made some input, and even normally say President but take a decision here. If the Council of State made any suggestion, we are supposed to know. The Council of State suggested A, B, C, D to the president. And now what is what your mind will say? Da. Say be a Council of State for and my president be advised based on A, B, C, D. Da. It is never happening. So Alan Chamante's position saying creating a second chamber would have been more matured. Look, let me tell you, Omambianu moving forward. Yenka say na 20, 30 years ago. And you know, and what hold the beer till thy kingdom come. No, if you had brought in the second chamber, people from academia, they are there. People from the trades union, they are there. Even watch the autumn watch and your opportunity to be in the second chamber. Now, assembly bar. She said the echoes who parliament, they debate things or the plenary. Yeah, Kasem or the floor of parliament. And it's also in the second chamber. They will discuss, they will debate. So, on my phone will be properly informed, say, this is the way the Council of State or the second chamber is proposing, say, now, we have people who like 32 years old becoming a member of the Council of State. Like my brother is saying, what exactly is he going to advise the president on? And if the chairperson, which is Do Ajaho, Onu Wama Yombo and the opportunity to bring anything within him now, would he not just be there as a white elephant and as a Otihokwa on Yeshri? Now no sunu Yamanu Land Cruiser, now Yamanu fuel allowance, now Yamanu say per diem in the interest of say, or a member of the Council of State. We should scrap that member, that Council of State no. Yes, scrapping no entirely. They said they are here OSP no. Or mine here any office or the special prosecutor any Council of State be because and then as a GM so be appointee IGP, Chief of Defense Staff, Electoral Commissioner, anything can look. Let me tell you, we are having an executive vested power leadership in Ghana. The president can decide, Sambia Council of State for the Betu Juabiano, I won't work with it. He has no constitutional mandate. Say, Kwambia so we propose Bibi Mawa, fire Juma and Pasoti Masie. And to me alone, for now, in the absence of nothing, you say bad is good. And you know, for now, we have no option than to go with this Council of State. But if you ask me, Richard, the Allen theory, the GTP theory, of we establishing a second chamber, we should look into it. Anti-Constitutional Reform Committee, no, another Constitution
Review Committee,
no. Omu shenyama we mu no omu fashe mu. So that's our Council of State and then or Danny politician making promises. I'll bring development to the region. What power do you have to bring any development to the region? Are you the regional minister?
Maybe they'll be
are you
lobbying.
the MP?
They'll be lobbying.
You see, if that is the way they are supposed to be working, that's why I'm telling you that they are also becoming another political arm. Council of State is supposed to be members who are responsible, non-political, integrity, capability,
very
honorable, refined individuals, caliber of people. You can see that this person, at least assembled, will be neutral arbiters.
Sure.
But you see, many of the people who are members of this Council of State are NDC associates. Bebrena NDC NPP associates. Argentina a Council of State election. Canada, Japan, Dr. Ebichu Munina, they are all trying to go there. What are they going to do there? That means they have some NPP figure here on also a contest. So they went there to support. So you see, it is completely waste of our time. Yem Bomodiana next 4 years, Mumma Alanche maintain the opportunity to redirect the Ghana don't need reset, we need a proper restructuring, a proper redirecting of the country. And Tinusa Council of State, the AC, and the young guys who have come on board, a waste of time. We don't need any Council of State. Let us lead the country by executive instrument and take radical decisions that will move us from this poverty thinking that we find ourselves in.
Thank you, Mr. Richard Suma. Let's move on to the Ghanaian Times. Interior Minister Muntaka commends police for high standards of professionalism. Nature say Nrana Honorable Muntaka the ababetu just say yeah so any in che on South Africa no was start ejuma na nani so ejuma police for no led by the current IGP Dampare. Masaryk mekwa also. Do you think say sa commendation you or the map police na no kwan mu?
I mean I don't think so.
You don't think Dampare and his boys are working?
From where I come from, that's where I sit. And the experience I've had with Dampare and the boys, no. Mean can say papa. However, or no or interior minister. You didn't know esi akonya so say na what you mean sound say bosumi nti okọ ye no ebia na de ya ma no nani aso enti ye beja ne saa na wasum saa na ye ndie bibia ye fi de ye hu de ye te ye hu ne saa. I can tell you oba year to about 2024 I had opportunity a collation center me ye medwuma bi ye the two be see me so.
Wow.
Yeah, ye the two be see me so see yen send bebre machines are na ewo ho a o ma set up a na won be collation center no yesese ni nyina titi aso bubu no for a particular party na nim dia esan ha adwene se edu pempen so bi a na party na ya say ni nema no enso resist say why would you people do that? Police want to be che the vulnerables omumu a owakọ adwae mu no be che omumu ko ye nti based on eno no say oda o mo say o commend o ma ebia na dia ebia wona o sma say emeye ana de ekoso etutura so ekoso nyina hwese yakwakoto aba na mebra ka say yakwakoto Council of State aba e ma ba ko awini ma ya ma match fa be ransack honum ase ni ma yakwakoto foforo ma ye chinchim nsa e ma foforo aba ni nyina police for that day na police for be say 100 ewo ho ya nka ho hwe ya nye ho hwe na de awoba no say we commend o ma it is up to him yen ye wo ha ye be hwe ye bo mpa mum e de ataw ma chi se adwuma ese fata se so mo ye no o mo ntimi ye o ho sa na ye nenam na say mum na say ye de sa mobile money ba yi e na fe adwadifo wonte anrobes nka say ye wiwi omo na ye kunku omo na ade kakra ne ade and it is based on eno na o commend o ma no problem trust someone ekoso e wo constituency ye I am Okanko Central na ye to aba na okwabrane ba na waba be declare results na o the 2S so na we declare results na wo fi ha na wakọ ha na wakọ na akọ declare results na police fu gina ho hwe de ablekuma north hwe de aye the city we don't have a member of parliament ye nyina yinim dia esiye ene dia ekoso
na so yeah thank you
na se police for ho na yitimi nkasa asem we na yitimi ngesa asem we na se yesi wo ma ya de dia ye nyina ye de mpai bo na etai o ma na chi because 2028 no say na ebe ye dia ebe ma menua the political party movement for change ono so o couple polling station obeyire ni ho ono so BCC ni ho other political parties no obi anso beyire ni ho unlike the AC 2020 year 2024 year ka so yema obi anfa nakodi ngo vigilantism obi ye disband ye na fe ye hu de ekoso ebe ma afi political parties obi ase me person between political parties you see that na eno na sa we na sa wo abedi interior minister unyanya 1 month ye unyanya 2 months ye
na police for
na obe commend no problem ye suni brebre na ye hwese oman na beko yi
Master Evans na kwasi o suni brebre ye fan pa bonta o machi Honorable Richard, what is your view on the commendations made by Honorable Muntaka about the Ghana Police Service?
Sometimes Ghana nakasa no mobo say ye praise singing dodo. We are quick to praise ourselves, quick to congratulate ourselves. Quick say ye be catch omanfo no nyina na awiasefo no nyina say Ghana no ye say ye gateway to Africa and in kika. The police institution needs a lot of reform. yen ka say owura dampare wanfa innovation any creativity any flair be amba into policing enu de wo ka say wan yahwe there in the uya kanu ewo body so because ya hu several IGPs aba akọ but bebre nanu omu relationship with the public anyhow approachable they are ni kika ho no na ye nya no sa but at least
he demystified sir
yes,
you know
yeah.
no
To the extent say dampare can be somebody no betimi ahun obia enekra betimi
share no junction no
on nam form and now be who said dampare kra betimi atwemu asisi akra na hu nim say IGP na why there what be show what he has brought humility into the Ghana police service. Now police for Nakasano, yes, make I say we are improving. They are improving kakra. But as a new Minister of Interior, Wabano, you don't have to start to sing praises. You have to take ubenya adaji wanya butre. Now what properly ashe say ejuma ben omoye all this while. Ebia de omoye ni bibi omoye abeduno. New government coming in, yesu ebetimi apeja mu akoye den. Akodun pempen so say sisi aminu ka say no bebre ho a omu agitate say omu sisa IGP no because enya onu kwa na we asi nyansa ne nyira den e woni tremu onu so wa ba wa be ye bi yesi be ma be ye bi be ontumi ye den ye ne nyina enti your money pa for so ye den embra no be ye bi enti if Muntaka as the interior minister honorable Muntaka the interior minister ka say onu obo mu abaso a me I can't take him on for say obo mo ede abaso the America catcher on one say onya abutre na reforms bia ehia within bebre na they don't have proper accommodation bebre na they don't have proper remuneration bebre na share their condition of service ni nyama ni nyina no eye poor anopa we mi ba ha mi share moto bia police ni bia otwi any okita tu moto we dia udi ko kokompe scrap for no okra na e bia ye nton but enu na police ni yawe den oti so a okita etu a okojuma o shagi ya ni nyame o se gi ya no enko enti we asembi sisi na ka police ni se obechesi sanipa na o shagi ya kra enko obeda den adi echi obehu ona police car a break it down e wo kwan police car which is supposed to be up and running enti the best minister of interior say police for no they are the friends of the society shwe de ekosu oboku share the ekosu wo ho nkola wale ye kuku nkola bebre. What is the work of the police? What really are they doing up there? The police know they should not be reactive, but they should be proactive. That is where they can be able to tell us we are solving issue. Nansia Yohana see akochi containers bimu any dollar anyway ebesi nana Safwa lawyer. Have you heard anything about that issue again? When was the last time what he said Alaji that they claim say Alaji bina eta ewelu adianu chino? Have you heard anything about the case again? So yes, right no onya abutre. Now on share how abebua police service no kon ni ba. This praise singing they be say
it's too early.
It's too early. It's very very too early.
Yo na ye beto aso akọ daily guard GS sax non payroll staff. See GS sake nkrofo. Okay. You mean call Masa
the directive Minister Ediaba, Chief of Staff Ediaba na name hu publication bia na President Mahama so can say moyena monkofi ya sakimu. Wow. And CM say one of the policy aban we yato aba Ediama no Ediaba say obia ye fa no before December 7th no. After December 7th. Obe yomodi akokotena fie. Luckily enough, we teacher ni na say ye before, say after. So we need feel so yet there. And then also obeko. Sankofi aye kan wasem Ghana for. And nti we campaign, ye nyina ye kan say ye mbeburo nti na ye ba ye. Ye ba abeso adwuma eni omanmu na yetimi abe creative account. Na sakwakodum pempenso se na se o sakesake bi se onkofia sankofo ya wo sake omo ebi ewo abusuafo ebi ene omo yere no mba
breadwinners
those things nti ye de aban no ahye ne sem for 4 years dia obeye bi abema oman no ayeyi no eno na ye de pese oye nanka ibenyanka nanka osanka president Mahama ne council of state ne ministers yan komontana nanka awon think outside the box kakra
okay
nanka ye hwese bitime create adwuma foforo bi nanka
e de amafo
ebo a ye tututuo etare posters na SSA ne men bitime nya baby de won akokosha betemse on pese obeye ne sa rather kakra na e wo na no na yenyi bi mfiri na yenso emfa yen krofo enkoso nipa no so ye yom afiri mu no de ya kakra no so makokọ ye Ghana fo beti de be na obeye de be na obeka na bra kan ye de tumi mawa ye de ni nyina tumi ni nyina de ahye wonsa de opese oyi bia obeye other than that me hu de ti ehun say obi ayi adwuma okwan a onibakro no kra enko pe rules no onibo onso na e ya ban na ne fort nsa wo bana se wo chance on the fact say onyanko ye nti obeyi na dia okasa obi antimi nka bi ye be ye din ne ahwe bedu ba bi no ye be sen ba bi wo no na will come with a different posture this time around ye to obama na nche ye man kwan na ode ne ne sisi from kakra yi na so a wo die ga ne a wo tie mi a wo nua ye teacher ni na wo yiri teacher
na ye be sake no
na wabusua teacher fo wo mu na ye sake mo betena fie no asem no ene de ewo ho no ye de ebe ye ne say ebe ye din na 2028 no ya hwe dia ibitimi
you show your cocomotive powers
eno one ibitimi because na sana na yinimu no oba ye na yesa na wa start no kra because wa be di omampani ni bida na wonim se ne itie in fact wo kofi kra the same thing abysmal performance na kase kofi wo kofi akotena fi sa 8 years went me amfa adwenfofo bia mba se me ba yes say nanka nkofo abaye adwuma dada na ewo ho na oba be didi mu ye hwe no na me de ameka kakra ene se wo ye teacher ni na wo ye nurse ni na wo ye adwuma health insurance na wo ye adwuma wo hefa se ka se bra betena fia bra na ye num so ntwan ope because se wo kwatena se wan hwe ye na ye the tax aba be BCG office aba be bro aba be se ebia na onemu akokobu onemu kobu wi a montimi nsori biom ntimi nkoye adwuma ye mpese be ye senti se yakasa ye nyina ye mra na ye nhwe be de ameka twato ne se ye ne sade ba ko wo ha be be se yetimi etna se asoman na yetimi build consensus on that particular aspect after 7 December transitional period no is it allowed say omampani ya to omampani otiso no ebe koso ayi appointment ana because I'm say according to NDC4 na ne Mahama di omani omo che say na na dodam kwakufa do so ba no oye the same thing na oye ya papa na dia me nim kakra a making kan kakra na say na do de na oye no na eye nkofo anomo wo omo ye national service aya no omo wie national service na omo ye volunteer programs bi kakra ya de ntia no mu na omo ye bi 4 years 5 years nti omo kom ho bo mu eyo imagine say omo press omo demands ene ma e ba se mu nyina mo nkwansa na empo kwan before so e be
absorb
omo ka the same thing funders is for omo say honorable Ajima Menu then health minister ono so be yi omo fi on de e ba ene say ono ne de na afiance na omo start oba na so mo ntwen kakra na ye nkom afi ono kra konya more norms ekoseke more clearance e de no e ka homa afi offer ono koy se no ntina ono so oye sadia they just eno na wo say itimi establish say yeto abama president fofo president no wo ho no yen ye clear so obetimi appoint akudum pempen so see ana say aka na wo twe ba ko ana aka boso me ba ko
yeah man is some limitation or it's a time frame
that thing some okay say itimi establish no wia sa me tu maka we
to be twa
grab it me come
Honorable Richard
yo me da se me
yes I can our teachers
ti said ya me bra pedi all can say yes de bia e be ka say we aye bi da me ba be ye bi
ateka
now as a country no there should be no day that we can say between this time to this time we cannot employ anybody into public service. Because look, throughout the year from 1st January to 31st of December, if there is room for you to employ your unemployed citizens to give them bread and butter. Why not? You see, Debia Mika say you have private economy and then the public economy. Public economy, it is just about bread and butter issues. So, she say, Ebia, an outgoing government after election or employ people into sensitive positions. I often say, or the omutu ho, a best stop you from achieving goal and not vision there. Ndi obetimi aka say esimesi we me dey we the A2 in because me feel say your vision align with that of the previous government because in politics it's either you are the center right or center left. Two different political ideologies. So you cannot be a center right or a center left, then you are serving under a center right government. Now a center left abe taking over. You cannot serve in that government. No dey ento assume here because two different political ideologies. And you know, when you put people into sensitive economic subsectors, I often say the engine of my vision depends on those sectors now. Because they may obstruct your growth. But Saoko employ non-teaching staff. Sekochira kola die of GSS ni basic school. Ade onu then obabe yamao. Then obabe obstructive growth ahead. Sikana ye didi ayedi two chacha di wasting left, right, front, center no. How much those people who are being sacked no? In particular, we yen bisa say busum biano ye beti omuka ebedu 1 million cedis ana. Endu obviously endu 1 million cedis. So if you are talking about creating jobs for the people, now previous government and employer obimu say there should be non-teaching staff ni kikan ho. And I said they are teaching staff, but they are not yet migrated onto the payroll, no government payroll. Until all of a sudden, we see Omun Kofia. I know there, because don't forget that these are all citizens or minor idea. You cannot say Nipa we do. Look, let me tell you, can JM determine say Omo or you Mudin to Obama MPP ana? Obetimi determine. For all you know, no Obikran or to Aba Edimau.
Oh, NDC ni.
Onye NDC ni, but otu abadi yene Edimau because onu so hian sakra entinu watu abasa in sakra bi yene embra enu ntre say all the people I really don't forget they were employed after 7th December, isn't it?
Yes.
So therefore
that's after the election.
After the election, so it could even mean say they actually voted for you JM. They also added to your 6 million vote now where they unya and the way I here treating the citizens, you know. In the name of politics, no there, and to assume because how much is that person's pay? Maybe 700 cedis, 800 cedis.
Sir, the mischief is that after 7 December, no, abayin that name who say one more free no much they pushy, one more for ashim.
Onu there whole kai say single spine same way. When Kufuor was leaving government, he had all the opportunities. One implementing single spine. Onu then he brought in the single spine, which became a burden for Professor Mills. So at the end of the day, no Professor Mills only option be time to do what? Implement the single spine salary structure, no. And it's hard there now politicians so no. And to assume you had all the opportunities. You could have employed the people prior to 7 December. And then now we employ because they are your full soldiers. They have been crying, they have been yelling, say, Yenushi, who transfer after 7 December? We should say, babe kono. After now we are the employment.
Master Richard, you better was say. Now the daily analyst near the Berry. President Mahama declares assets and set March 31st deadline for appointees. Master Rick Nanakwa, you better also. President Mahama or no one can say declare the assets and one more timeline a frame. Say the appointees ni na no obi also in declare the assets and sana or master take serious work. Would you say ne kwemu na would you say ebe boying?
Oh, sir, nekwem de nekwem constitution no.
Constitution yeah, requirement.
Require say obey sabi. Nti ebi na waye no. And nti obi ani ni asem. But as to whether say they will declare no. Eno na we declare no. Eno na edikan. Na saying say or the private jet na etu kwan.
Say say ni nuane dia.
Yes, ni nuane dia. Nti be sure say be asa declaration so. Oye ni di ni wi waye busuane di ni nyina de account. However, baby ode jet ni kosi ye no. airport bi a wo de jet be kokosi bi a no number of hours bi de wo bi a wo tua I don't know whether you are privy to nti saa sika na wo de tua ho kan even though your brother there sika wo de tua ne kan no e yo no so ne brother na tua ya na say no so if you government office.
But according to Felix Ofosuka Achano, now or say Mahama using ne brother private jet, no, it was less expensive than say Mahama be use the state private jet, no. And into Nama one more up to say be use Ninu Ibrahim Mahama private jet.
Na the omeka bia no the air can say who declare asset there. And you say o de beto ye nim o say wutimi work your actions. Na o man need e ba dia wo ye no. O de why you do now o ministers no say and they willing say so be
o say yan shema omo o sha omo
omo ne o man no e be di no kre some be ya kan ya mom to the first match we I feel say na nkofo some be ko ba bi na obi kra ye photocopies I feel say na nkofo e church nkofo ne mama nkofo amanfo are doing a lot of things don be bia okuja to ablakwa at airport
he's renting
also rented $20,000 $2,000 worth na
a month.
Nti se enu nyina ye ade a ye de ye ka we ni de onya beka na so 2013 we declare assets here na Ghana for to about abysmal etia no 2016 nti we na me won say much ado about nothing however ade a was say yitimi esum na sa declaration of assets no ye ne say me pese ye nya a policy proposal
okay
na ye hu say
na ye
define which one to do what at what time perspective. Nema na wo eye wo de na wo de ma wo brother no. Nema na ye wo de na wo de ma wo girlfriend no. Are they part anase exclusive? I feel say yetimi nya nipa committee na ye ndomo su kwankasa because constitution ankasa does not give any black and white statement regarding this particular thing. A code of public conduct no na specify say let us move ahead. Declare assets. And declaration of assets. So overnight also phone we na nobody questions you. But I think say per se ye bi na say e be boa that change mandia. And they say na ye sika no party for number. Na ye mfam pen for animude. Na ye say kase declaration of asset assets saying what goes into it at what time perspective. If you win na fe ye de beto na ye gusu ko ye nimu. Na answer there de bia ye be
yes I can kwa Master Richard.
Yo me that say
what do you think is the impact? Are we going to benefit positively or it's just a charade?
Oh, completely. It's a complete charade. A waste of everybody's time. Yati ever in the news say Mahama has declared asset. What has been declared? How many houses? How many cars? How many bank accounts? How much is in those accounts? How much about his children? Because you see, Mahama is the president who has a complete family that surrounds him. So if it is not about him, it could be the son, it could be the brother, it could be anybody who you are going to milk the state assets and put it into all these places. And to your person who say asset now or more declare no, they should give a quantitative figures. Say 10 houses. Mahama said he owns 10 houses. One is in Volta region, one is in Baku, 2 is in Dubai, 2 is in America, 2 is here. He owns this number of cars. He owns this number of acreage of land. These are the things we want to hear. Don't just come and tell us in the public, say Mahama has declared his asset. And so what? And so what? At the end of the day, you declare asset so that you know the reason behind the declaration of the asset. So that today you appointed me or you made me the president, I'm using 2 phones. I've declared to the entire country that before you made me the president, I used 2 phones. So if all of a sudden they see me holding 10 phones, then they can then measure and say, Ubano,
be held accountable.
2 phones. And yeah, then all of a sudden, Ukita 10 phones. So this is the reason behind this asset declaration thing. So one, they cannot give a specific quantity of product or houses or whatever has been declared by the president, but just telling us by verbally say, well, declare now Ukita envelope B. If Mahama want to declare his asset, it shouldn't be just one small envelope. It should be fat envelope because he has so many things that he should tell us that this is this and this is that. So that when he's leaving, we can know, say, all Banu, we are now Okita, all Konusunu, we are now Okita. And then again, if they are leaving power, what they declared, are they also mandated to tell us what they also gain when they are going? So, bro, my dear sister, it's just a waste of everybody's time.
Honorable Richard Suba, thank you very much.